We used to call it the Santa Claus rally when the whole market roared going into Christmas. Like today, where the Dow climbed 338 points, the S&P gained 1.29%, and the Nasdaq vaulted 1.25%. But sadly, this is not your typical Santa Claus move. The market didn't have a Scrooge experience where it saw the ghost of Christmas future, decided to become more gracious and accommodating. I'm not saying Santa isn't real or that we're all getting a lump of coal in our portfolios this year. It's just that this rally is about something else entirely. Right now, we have bets being made from all different directions. Contradictory bets that are sticking. They don't make any sense when you put them all together. Sooner or later, someone has to be wrong. For the moment, though, Christmas joy abounds, the Santa Claus rally continues, and Wall Street gamblers move up their favorite stocks with their buy. You know what it's like? It's almost like a horse race, where the ponies in the paddock headed toward the gate, all flathered, all fractious, and ready to roll. You need to view each contradictory thesis as a different horse. So which ones are getting the biggest money down? The odds are the odds are changing every single minute because there's so much money being bet on different stocks. First, we have in pole position vaccine. Yes, the people who are betting on vaccine are those who believe that Moderna this week will join Pfizer with a vaccine that's easier to transport and manufacture and don't be so cold. And we've got even more vaccines on the way. I think vaccine takes the race if J&J is the jockey. Now, I know you're not supposed to bet the jockey. I've been along round enough to know that. But if we can get Pfizer, Moderna, and J&J shipping vaccines, we could have, and I know I'm the only person in America, because I'm from Philadelphia, I can say that, who believes that we could have a glut in this country by the end of the first quarter. The only person, but remember, I was also the only person who predicted the pandemic when everyone thought it was a complete nut job. And with a vaccine glut, we can finally start to live without fear again, even if not everyone takes the darn thing. If vaccine wins the horse race, all the recovery plays will roar higher. Everything that does better when the world goes back to normal, and all of those stocks were bought today, and you can see the pattern. It never stops. I say vaccine's about a 4-to-1 shot. It would be a 2-to-1 shot, except Pfizer and Moderna don't have enough doses to do the job. You'll hear more about that later in the show. If J&J jumps on the horse, it's 2-to-1, no problem. Throw in some of the other players, AstraZeneca maybe, and it's a walkover. Second position, lockdown. Yeah, here comes lockdown. Coming on the home stretch. Lockdown, well, people betting on lockdown after New York City with the restaurants, right? They see the virus out of control, and they believe states will have to shut down their economies, at least partially. A selective lockdown would do less damage, but either way, it's a recipe for recession. Nobody wants that, but it might be unavoidable from a public health perspective. Every other country that's done this has thrown money at people to ameliorate the damage. However, a lockdown with no federal assistance would be devastating. I'm putting this one really as a 5-to-1 shot. Remember, there are some winners in lockdown, the Cramer COVID winners, but they are largely intact to the detriment of all others. We should call lockdown by its nickname, FANG, sired by FANG. Drug stocks work too. Third pony, no lockdown. Today, for some reason, certainly not the COVID statistics, right? The caseload, we got heavy money coming in on no lockdown. You can tell because all the non-essential retailers were flying. Because there's not enough money to go around to bet on everything at once. Some investors sold garden variety tech stocks to fund these wagers. No lockdown looks like a 2-to-1 shot today, but I got to tell you, I think that's way too optimistic.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com. Or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.